Good morning on Monday and welcome back to another weekly vlog. It's almost the start of June. I have no idea what day it is today, I can't lie to you. It's one of the last days in May. Anyway, start of another weekly vlog. What did you all get up to at the weekend? Did you do anything nice? Let me know. I had the best weekend of the year so far. It was what I would call the first weekend of my summer. So on Saturday, I picked my friend Jordan up and we drove out to the countryside around Telford. Telford and Wrekin, the area's called, to where my friend Bella lives. Now, she lives in the back of beyond. Like, I can't even describe to you how rural she is. She just lives in fields. She literally lives in fields off a potholy lane that's single lane, can't get two cars past it type thing. The nicest, most scenic, beautiful countryside, rolling hills, trees, just so nice. Because it had been her birthday at the start of the month, her mum and friend from home had organised a surprise party for her, and me and my friend Jordan were invited. And so we drove there and we met her friends in a nearby town, and we all drove in we went to the Aldi and got food and drinks and everything, drove in convoy to her house, set up all the tents. At the moment, her house has building work going on. She's actually got a caravan in the back garden that she's going to have to live in for a few months because the roof's coming off her house. And it was adorable the way that like her mum had gone and set up a, like, it's like a pole, but it's like made of 3 bits of wood, and then there was lights stringing between this pole out to the caravan like that, like fanned out, and it just looked so magical. And there's a lovely pond and views out over the hills, and the sunset was amazing. So we all went and set up tents, and then Bella was out with her boyfriend, and he messaged to say they were on the way back, so we all hid behind a caravan, and like one by one came out and surprised her. So she thought like, oh, that's it, there's no one else, and then someone else would come out and surprise her, and she'd be like, oh my god, oh, that's it, no one else. Someone else would come out, oh my god. And it got to me and Jordan. We came out from behind the caravan together, but we came out as she was walking back towards the house, so she didn't see us, and we just went and sat in the chairs that had been set up where she'd just been sat with everyone else, and we sat in the chairs. And she went into the house, and her dad had set this amazing fire up. It looked like a giant teepee, and he said, oh, do you like the fire I've set up? And she said, yeah. He said, well, I've tried to make it look like a bit like the Metropolitan Cathedral in Liverpool, for your Liverpool mates. And she went, oh, right, okay. But I thought, wait, that's weird. There's none of my Liverpool mates here, because me and Jordan were the only two of our uni mates that had gone. The others were friends from home before uni. And at that point, she looked out of the kitchen window and saw me and Jordan sat there, and we just saw her head just go, and she came out, and it was just great. It was the best surprise. Like, it worked so perfectly. She didn't suspect a single thing. Even though my car was parked on her driveway, she walked straight past it without batting an eyelid. Completely. And we had a lovely weekend. We had the nicest barbecue on Saturday night and just sat in the garden and had loads of drinks and set the fire going and then camped overnight. And then on the Sunday we got up and sat and had a cup of teas in the garden, and we all got in our cars and we drove to the town and went to Lidl to get some stuff from the bakery for like brunch. And we took it to this lovely hill in a tiny little village called Lilleshall, spelt like Lilla's Hall, but yeah, beautiful village. And then one of Bella's friend's brothers was playing cricket there, so we went and saw her family. And then from there we went into town, the local town, and went to the pub that Bella used to work at and sat and had drinks. And then it was like 5 o'clock, so we walked, no, it wasn't 5 o'clock, it was like 7 o'clock. And we walked up to the local Indian and got Indian takeout, and then took it back to Bella's friend's house and sat in her garden and ate an Indian and sat and just chatted there. And then it got to about 9 o'clock and we still had all the tents up at Bella's house and needed to pack up the car, so we went back there, got it all packed up, had a coffee and sat and chatted with her family for a bit in the kitchen, and then came home. Didn't leave her house till 11 o'clock, so I got home about 1:30 in the morning. By the time we had to drive to the local town because we were picking up one of her friends, who is now, I would say, my friend, Eloise, who goes to uni in Liverpool as well, but Bella knows from home, lives in the local town, so we offered her a lift back, so we picked her up and she got in the car, and so dropped Jordan off, dropped her off, and came home myself. So that was my weekend. I have got some footage, so I'll insert it here.
I've never seen Katie not have
Is there too many of them?
How are we going to play it though? Yeah, like, really?
Rufus! Why is he doing the lap? No, don't go in there. Rufus!
Lay down for a bit, dry off and then
I wonder why he's wet. Hello. Hello. Hi.
I thought I was going crazy when
That's what I did. I bought Robbie a portable charger when sorry, it's just really weird because we were like in my car and I'm driving down my lane.
I know.
Having like a little moment there. But
Go for it.
Yeah.
like, you know, you go, do you know that?
Yeah, it's like it's,
I was never going to it once.
yeah.
Big plan back again about it.
Yeah.
Out of breath.
How much are we placing on that?
This is lovely. Right. But I don't know if it's
Winning at life.
So yeah, it was just the perfect weekend, and I still can't really believe it happened. In a way, it sounds really stupid because I knew it was happening, but yeah, just pure magic was that weekend, and I'm so happy to have those memories. And her friends are lovely. It was so nice to meet more of her friends. So now this week I'm going wild camping Tuesday to Thursday. When I say wild camping, we're just going camping in the countryside. Tuesday to Thursday in Snowdonia, so tomorrow to Thursday. So today is sort of life admin day. I've put some washing in. I need to unpack from the weekend and then repack for the next couple of days. Oh, over the weekend I had a couple of eBay sales, so I'll quickly show you them now. The first thing that sold is a shirt. It's a formal white shirt. Looks like this. It's got a self stripe in the material, and it's by the brand Thomas Pink. This was the shirt that I bought for my high school prom when I was 16, so about 5 years ago, and it is just simply too small. It's a 14.5 collar. I'm a 15.5, 16 now. But it's a beautiful shirt. It's made so well. Like, it's such a thick cotton, but not heavy, not like you couldn't wear it in the summer. It's just really, really well made, like a stiff cotton. And it's double cuffed. You can see there, it's just got the buttonholes in. And it went for a tenner. I can't remember how much I paid for it originally, but it was from the outlet store at MacArthur Glen in York. So someone's got themselves a really good quality formal shirt for a tenner. I had it on it. I think I started it at 15, dropped it to 12, and then I accepted an offer of 10. I mean, I didn't even pay for it, my parents will have paid for it, so it's a tenner that I didn't have before. And then the other thing is this Adidas track jacket. Now, these, my sister used to work at Adidas, and these you can get in the kids section or the men's section. However, the largest size in kids is more or less the equivalent to a small men's size. And as you might know, there's no VAT on children's clothing in the UK, and therefore it's cheaper than adult clothing. And usually cheaper anyway because it's less material, etc. So I got this during college. Was I still at school? I was still at school. And it might have even been year 10. So we're talking 6, if not 7 years old, this is. And I think it was around £25, and I've just sold it for 17. So that I'm very happy with. And again, back then, wasn't really when I was buying my own clothes, so I suppose my parents would have paid for it. I chose my own clothes, but I didn't have a job or anything because I was midway through school. So yeah, God, that has blown my mind that I've owned it that long, but that's what I've sold. But something must have spilt on it because I've just noticed a dark patch. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a slightly, oh there you go, there's a slightly dark patch there. It's not a stain, I think it's just where water or something spilt on it and dried. So I might have to quickly chuck this in the washing machine and give it a wash and then post it tomorrow. Because I can't really send that like that, can I? Good job I noticed that. Good job I showed you, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have noticed it. So yeah, that's what's going out. And then finally, what I want to show you was a few bits that I bought from TK Maxx when I went into York last Thursday, I think. Last Thursday, yeah, before I came back to Liverpool. So the first thing is this lovely hairbrush. It's by Babyless, but the writing is all in French for whatever reason. Not sure why. Does not, oh, here we go. On the back it says, untangling and straightening, this straightening brush that with boar's bristles respects the fibres of the hair and returns straightening into a really relaxing moment. Well, I don't straighten my hair, but I just wanted a nice hairbrush. FSC certifies that the wood comes from well-managed forests and the paper is responsibly sourced. Now, FSC, I'm not sure if that isn't a bit like all the RSPCA branding we get on meats, which is where charities are just doing it for money in order to get people to buy. Well, charities get paid by brands to get money, and the brands pay the charities for the logo so that more people buy their goods. I don't know if that's that kind of setup. Hopefully it is from a responsibly sustainable forest, but I thought a nice wooden hairbrush is always going to be better than plastic anyway, and it's got good bristles in it, which really have helped to smooth my hair out, because the hairbrush that I've got is just like the plastic bristles that are a lot further apart. Like for each bunch of bristle there'd only be one bristle on the brush, if that makes sense, that I've already got. So that's lovely. I think that was £6. £6.99, and apparently the RRP was 13, so it's £7. But I mean, how often do you need to buy a hairbrush? That'll last forever. The next thing I bought, I've mentioned before that I've got a bit of a Le Creuset collection, and TK Maxx sells Le Creuset stuff. I'm not sure if they don't have a setup whereby they might buy Le Creuset seconds, because they've always got their stock in, and they've always got quite a lot of it in. And I've seen a programme before about how they were investigating TK Maxx and Ralph Lauren, because you can't sell something through TK Maxx if it's never been sold in a shop. It's got to be like off the shelf, like that's what they're advertising it as. It's that brand's stock at a lower price because they haven't been able to sell it in the shops or whatever. but they seem to think that Ralph Lauren were making stuff specifically to go into TK Maxx because the labels were different, the product codes didn't match the product codes that they were using in store, and there was no sign of this. It was a handbag that they were using as an example. There was no sign of this handbag having been ever sold through Ralph Lauren's full price store or outlet stores. So I don't know if this is a similar setup going on with Le Creuset, and it wouldn't surprise me. But I don't really mind because I just really like their stuff. So I got this jug. It's like a tealy blue colour, and it was £12.99. Apparently the RRP would be £39, so I'm guessing that if this has been, or if this would be put on Le Creuset's website, it'd be £39, and it's just a stoneware jug. I love that they have the creamy coloured insides. That, I don't know, I find it very pleasing. And it's a big jug. Now, I'll either use this for flowers, or you can use it for water. It's a jug, you can use it for whatever you want to. But it would look lovely with a bunch of flowers in it. Also lovely if you were hosting, like I said, got a big jug of water, etc, etc. But I thought, you know what, like £12.99, can't go wrong. So yeah, I picked that up. And then the final three things are all for the picnic hamper that my very, very good friends Ashley, Francis and Edward got me for my leaving university present. So they gave me the hamper, which I think I previously mentioned was what they used to play with their grandpa when they were younger. And they got me a picnic blanket to go in it and 4 cups. So what I thought was, oh, I'll get some plates to go in it. And I got to TK Maxx and they had this William Morris by Pimpernel printed melamine. Well, it's not actually melamine. It's at least 50% bamboo, so I assume maybe it's a melamine and bamboo combination. But anyway, unsmashable, unbreakable plates. I like that it's bamboo, obviously more sustainable than a plastic. But yes, so there's 4 little plates there. They were £6.99. And then they had the bigger plates, which were £9.99 for 4, or was it £8.99? I can't remember, I've taken the tags off now. So I thought, do you know what, yeah, get big plates, get small plates, because if you sat on a picnic and you want to serve stuff up, you can serve it on the big plates, like for everyone to grab, and then use the small plates to eat off, or vice versa. And I thought, well, maybe if I've got 8 plates, which would mean that I could actually get 8 people to have a picnic with 8 people, and we could all eat, then why not why not get more cups? So I got the matching set of 4 cups, which was £6.99. And they're just a nice sort of, it's that typical creamy greyish colour that you get with bamboo made stuff. So now I've got 8 cups and 8 plates to go in my lovely picnic hamper. So yes, that's everything that I wanted to show you so far. I've been talking for 16 minutes. And this is the first clip going into the vlog, so gosh. To be fair, if I'm camping tomorrow to Thursday, there won't be loads of footage from there. It'll probably be a lot of little clips rather than me talking to camera. So that'll even itself out. But yes, I will catch up with you later. So it's later on now. It's 20 to 9 in the evening, and look how light it is outside. The sun is just starting to drop below the rooftops. Being lazy and ordered Deliveroo, I've got myself a nice burger and some onion rings on the way. And fun fact, if you know the comedians Cannon and Ball, obviously you'll know that Ball died a couple of years ago. Well, Tommy Cannon, turns out, lives in the house behind mine. Not here, back in York. He lives in York. Well, my village near York. Yeah, my dad was on the shed roof, doing the roof, and there was Tommy Cannon. Turns out he lives in the house behind us. Who knew? Very strange. Bit bewildered, but yeah. I can say I live next door to a celebrity. Never knew that. And he's lived there years. And we just never knew it. Must be a very private man. We knew he lived in the village because my mum works in the village shop and she served him quite a few times, and his wife. But we didn't know that he was in the house next door. Good morning on Tuesday. It is 7:15 in the morning. I'm quite tired. I am sat here with my morning coffee. Gonna be leaving the house about 8 o'clock to drive to Snowdonia to go camping. So I need to drink that, do my last bit of packing, and hit the road. But yeah, I'm tired. But I'll be fine. I think I'm still kind of recovering from the weekend, which is funny because we were saying we didn't do that much, but we're still all really, really tired. But it was just the best weekend. But I've already banged on about it loads, so I'm not going to go over it again. But yeah, speak to you later. Hello on Thursday. It's getting on for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Excuse the hair. This is camping hair. It's a bit greasy and I need to wash it. It didn't entirely go to plan. We were meant to stay over last night, but the weather was so bad that we didn't, because we had to carry our stuff up the equivalent, according to my iPhone, the equivalent of 130 floors, all our camping gear, because we went wild camping, which you're not really supposed to do. But we were good people, we didn't cause any disturbance, we didn't damage any wildlife, we left the place exactly as we found it, because that's what they're worried about, that you're gonna trash the nature, which I understand. Anyway, yeah, we didn't fancy a night where we just had to sit in a tent all night from like 7 PM because it started absolutely chucking it down. Well, not even 7 PM, it got to 4 PM and it started chucking it down, and it gave the rain to continue all the way through till this morning, and we just didn't fancy it. So we just did the one night and then came home yesterday evening. But I got quite a decent amount of footage, so I'll insert that here.
Snow going down.
Today I've just been to the parcel shop to drop off a couple of eBay parcels. I've put a wash on of all my smoky camping clothes, and I'm just about to strip and change my bed because I've got some dark, well-coloured clothes that need washing as well that can go over my bedding. Got a load of washing that I need to put away. I want to try and get some eBay stuff photographed. There's not a lot left to do, but there'll probably be some more when I go home to put on. And I need to do my portfolio for uni because that's due at midnight. So that's the plan for today. Hello, it's later on now, it's about 9 o'clock. I've just been to the supermarket because I like going later on when it's quieter, and I've just come in and I've made dinner. I wasn't too hungry, so I've just made myself veggie stir fry. It's just got some corn chicken pieces in it, 10% broccoli and noodles with a tablespoon of oyster sauce, so it's not vegetarian, almost is vegetarian besides the sauce, some sesame oil, soy sauce, white wine vinegar, some sesame seeds, and a little bit of bouillon powder in the water that the noodles boiled in for some extra flavour. So nice, quick, easy and simple tea. So I've just got it with a nice ice cold glass of water, and I'm going to watch the Chateau Diaries whilst I eat it, and then finish off my portfolio. So it's Friday afternoon now, and I've come into the studio for the final time ever. It's the last time I'm going to be in this building. You can see the cathedral behind me. It's the view that I've had for the last 3 years at uni, and I'm going to miss it. But this is the last time that we'll be in here. I won't be allowed back in after like a couple of weeks. But we've come in to get pictures because we're going to Photoshop our work into the background of them to like put it on social media. Because usually we'd like pin up on one of these big boards and present our work, but because of COVID we're not allowed. So I'm just here with Bella and Jordan. And we're going to do that. So yeah, quite a bit weird. It doesn't like, I feel like I should be emotional, but I'm not.
Do you know when he came out the car and that moment I was like, oh my gosh. Oh. I think that's alright, and I think there's no shadow.
Good afternoon on Saturday. I've had a very lazy day. I've only just got out of bed, still in my dressing gown. I'm gonna have some nice tiger bread, baguette, and make a coffee. And have that for my lunch. But I'm gonna leave it here. I hope that you've enjoyed. I'm gonna go home tomorrow because my car needs new brake pads and a service. So that's happening on Tuesday, I think, and then back to Liverpool Wednesday. So yeah, I will see you next week. Have a great week. If you liked what you've seen, then feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.